New York City. There's just something about this city. So much to explore, so much to take in. So, what would you do if you only had one day? When we arrived in the city, the sun was already descending, and we wanted to see as much as we could before dark. The boys wanted to check the Statue of Liberty off their lists, and while we couldn't make Ellis Island, pulling over along the river gave us 2 minutes to quickly hop out and see it from the boardwalk. From there, we made our way to Brooklyn Bridge. Parts of the waterfront were blocked off for construction, so we ducked into an empty lot, parked the car, and strolled across to see it up close. Next, it was on to the Empire State Building. Because we only had one full day, we decided to spend some time driving around and seeing some of the city from the car. The boys were in awe of the size and the lights and the sounds. And it's no wonder. Wanting to show them what Times Square looked like lit up at night, we would drive up and down for a few blocks, then pull over so they could switch seats and do the same route again. That way, everyone got a good look. We slowly made our way uptown and over to the Bronx where we were staying. While it might not be for everyone, we found a sufficient hotel that was extremely reasonable. We weren't spending any length of time there, so we didn't mind. The next morning, it was an early start and the boys' first time riding the subway. Metro passes are affordable and it's really the most efficient way to see the city. Our first stop of the day was Fifth Ave, where I saw a few favorite shops like Diptyque and Ralph Lauren. Ralph's was charming, but I skipped the line and we made our way to Laudree instead. We picked 2 treats to enjoy later and grabbed coffee to go. From there, we spent some time walking around Central Park. It was a great way to see some of the city, but in a more relaxed way. Because the park is so large, we stayed near the bottom and just picked a few highlights to see. Past the children's zoo, the mall, the fountain, and the lake. The carvings on Bethesda Terrace were so unexpectedly beautiful. They were so intricate and lovely, and really were one of my favorite things I saw in the park. After walking for a couple of hours, the boys, having exhausted themselves thoroughly, we found a park bench and enjoyed our treats, a giant pistachio macaron and an intricate pistachio pastry, both delicious. From here, we crossed Central Park West and climbed the steps of the American Museum of Natural History. There were so many museums and galleries we would have loved to see, but this was the one they picked, and really, the one we all agreed would be the best to see. We also knew that we could easily spend a whole day walking the halls of the museum, but there was still much we wanted to see in the city, so we gave ourselves a 2-hour time limit. Each of the boys picked 2 areas they wanted to see most, those we would spend time in. First, we made our way through the African mammals. We were so impressed with the dioramas. From there, we wandered fairly quickly through the different people groups. The miniature scale models of civilizations, the displays of different weapons, and excavation replicas were favorites. Then we made our way up to the 4th floor to see the dinosaur exhibits, by way of the North American mammals. The dinosaurs have been something they've wanted to see for years. After this, we made our way to the Gems and Minerals Gallery. The gems and minerals were so fascinating. All of the beautiful colors and shapes. His handiwork certainly declares his glory. At this point, we had been walking for nearly 6 hours, and we were definitely feeling tired. Tired and a little irritable. So lunch was definitely in order. Of all the places we could try in the city, Shake Shack was the one we chose, and there just happened to be one right across from the museum. I don't know if we were just really hungry, but it was everything we hoped it would be. Feeling much better, we decided to catch the subway and make our way midtown towards the Times Square area. Up to this point, I had browsed a number of stores I'd wanted to see for a while, so it was the boys' turn to choose where they would like to go next. Unanimously, they all wanted to go see the Lego store, as well as the famous toy store, FAO Schwarz. While my husband spent some time with them, I quickly ran up to see the iconic Magnolia Bakery, and then ducked into Anthropologie. From there, I met with them, and we walked around Rockefeller Square and past the Chrysler Building and stumbled upon the charming green Ralph coffee truck. From here, it wasn't a long walk to Times Square, so we headed in that direction. But there were so many people and so much going on. We didn't stay long. We found another station and hopped on a train down to Lower Manhattan, where we found Gramercy Park. This was a neighborhood we hadn't explored before, and after Times Square, it felt rather calm and peaceful, the perfect place to wander about as the sun went down. I loved the homes and the cozy feel of this neighborhood. By the time the sun set, we were ready to catch the train back uptown and head back to the hotel. It had been quite a full day, having done all of the things that we set out to do. We thought about grabbing the car from the hotel and heading back into the city to see more of it at night, but in the end, we all agreed we had seen enough for the day. Instead, we ordered in a classic New York-style pizza, and I watched You've Got Mail while the boys built their Lego souvenirs. The next morning, we headed out of the city early, our first stop being in Greenwich, Connecticut. My husband, knowing that a few of our boys were complete petrol heads, had planned to take them to some of the luxury car dealerships. They were beyond excited to wander about the lots. We had planned for an hour or so to do this, but in the end, they spent a good part of the morning here. We had wanted to be in Newport, Rhode Island for the last tour of the Breakers, but we settled on just driving around the neighborhood instead. When we passed by Westport, I popped into Terrain, another shop I had had on my list for a while. I've long loved how they use such gorgeous antiques and things in their displays, and how creative and detailed their merchandising is. It's such a pleasure to walk around and take it all in. And really, this has been the case with most of the shops I've toured. I love living rurally, in a quiet town, but occasionally, it's nice to enjoy shopping in a physical store, even if it's just window shopping. This was something I've realized quite quickly on this trip. There is just so much to see and so much we could have spent money on, and we could have justified it a number of different ways. But at the end of the day, it was nice just to step foot into a lot of the places I've long wanted to see in person and just be content with simply looking. And that it's perfectly acceptable to share a viral Dubai chocolate milkshake, or to have only a bite or two of a Magnolia cupcake or macaron from Laudree. It was like a little sampling of the city. I know we probably will return in the coming years as the boys get older, likely for a little longer. And there will be more to explore then. But for now, the one day we spent there was full of wonderful things. We made it to Newport as the sun was sinking and enjoyed driving along the coast for a while. The homes are beyond. It was interesting to just drive past the mansions or summer cottages. I loved being able to walk the cliff walk along the coastline through their backyards. We had an early night, as the next day would require us to be up bright and early. We had a 6:45 a.m. ferry to catch, and it was an hour away from our hotel. But it would be worth it, as by 9 a.m. we'd be rounding Brant Point and arriving on Nantucket.